So I'm Alex Duta with Albiware. We help restoration contractors grow and scale their business and get paid faster. Before working with Forecastr, we were actually on Pry. Pry is like a Brex product. And we had the software for forecasting, which was cool, but somebody had to actually operate the software, and it felt like, programming in Excel spreadsheets. It was really hard to create a forecast for our board and for our investors and such. It was really hard to actually track our performance against that forecast, and it wasn't detailed at all. Like, it was basically, we were like flying off the seat of our pants. The number one thing I considered was, what's the difference between having like outsourced fractional versus having in-house? And that was kind of what I kind of weighed a little bit. We're getting towards the point where we'll probably need to build an in-house function for that. But I mean, at the very beginning when we were, sub $3 million of ARR and such, it just didn't make any sense to have a full-time controller or CFO in-house. Forecastr is actually unique. They have the software, which is great, a financial modeling software. But that's not the compelling part. The compelling part is you get a team of analysts that puts together basically a report based off the data. So basically your supercharges as a CEO, you get a monthly report every single month. And then they have this fractional CFO service that you bolt on top. And then it takes all of the work of FP&A off of a CEO's plate. So Mohammed came in, he's our fractional CFO. We fired our bookkeepers because they were really bad. We hired a new bookkeeping firm that he basically oversaw. We did some special projects where we built a custom scraper with Mohammed where we ingested all the Stripe data, built our own queries in Python. He did all that work. And now I get like an actual SaaS scorecard every single month that tells me everything about the business, and I can actually rely on it. At the very beginning of the process, they came in and they looked over everything, kind of did an audit. And the first 3 to 4 months was all about dialing in our financial model. So they proposed hey, let's try to look into the future and put together a model. They warned us ahead of time, your financial model is going to take time to dial in. After that initial 4 to 5 months, then we got a financial model that was really dialed in. We're talking about 12 months straight. I was able to run the business hitting all that financial model. The management team now has clarity over the numbers. So now marketing, sales, product, and all the other departments are essentially aligned on what are the levers that we pull into the business. And everybody thinks in a financial modeling way. So at our last leadership retreat at the end of the year, we actually co-created our financial model for this year. It was really cool because the Forecastr team was there just basically plugging in everything we were chatting about. Chances of that model coming 100% true are very slim. It's either going to be slightly overshot or slightly undershot, right? Because you're not going to make the numbers absolutely perfect. But the entire team's aligned to, hey, this is what we need to do to make doubling this year possible. What makes Forecastr unique, I think, compared to everything else out there, is the professional services arm on top of the software. I think that's what makes that company special, is the fact that, most CEOs don't want to use forecasting software. With Forecastr, you don't need to use the forecasting software. They use it for you. I mean, if you go to a fractional CFO service, you don't get the software, right? You go to a software service like Pry, you don't get the professional services. So I think it's just the perfect combination of both. To me, a financial model is so business critical. You can't raise money without one. You can't get a team aligned to an objective without one. You need to do it. There's no reason you should not use something like Forecastr. And I've tried a bunch of other things, and I think Forecastr is the one.